get that on there. Gotta have that in the background, although I guess you really can't necessarily see it. Yeah, that's not that big a deal. There we go. Okay. As he gets cut down more, it'll show up. I'm thinking, right? Okay. Well, I pull the saw out here. And some ear muffins. And I think I'll wear an RZ mask early. As much as I can stand it, I'll probably wear it. We'll see. I don't know how long that'll last, but gotta check it real good. Make sure you don't have any brown recluse spiders in it, aka jerks. Yeah, that's what they are. Hey, what's going on, Plywood Woodchucker? What do you know, guys? Glad to see you. Heck yeah. So I'm gonna try to make at least one, if not two, little mini eagles, and then I also got a Highland cow over here that needs the sap burned off of him, so I'm planning on doing that too. But one thing at a time. We'll start with one of these eagles, and I haven't made any of these mini eagles really since 2024. So I'll have to try to remember how to do it without tearing the log up. And the worst thing that happened is screw it up. You know, I mean, it ain't like I ain't never screwed nothing up. Hey, Matthew, what's going on? Hey, Ray, Melinda, hello. Y'all hit that like button. I like to put my feet right here. Important when you're making bald eagles, make them flat so you can put your beer on top of them. Y'all seeing that stuff fly? Good times, good times. Let me turn this around a little bit more to where you can see him from the side as it comes together. I'll bring him over. It's just that spot. I wanted the beak to come out of that specific spot, so I had to move him a little bit. Y'all hit the like button. We sure appreciate you. From my perspective, he kind of looked like a bowling pin, but that's just straight on. But anyway, y'all hit that like button. The faster y'all hit the like, the more we get put out there. So we sure appreciate you. This pressure treated stuff is real dry. You always got to worry about it chipping. So I don't want to go any smaller than that, but I got to clean up the edges. benefit of breaking new tools in the summertime is you're smoking out all the mosquitoes. That's always awesome. Anyway, hit that like button if you hadn't already. We sure appreciate it if you did. It's got a lot more power than the 170, but man, it doesn't last nearly as long on the fuel. I'll tell you what, that chain though, I hit a screw yesterday, and I knew I hit a screw, and it's just not cutting good enough. I'm not gonna sit there and put up with it. So I'm gonna put more fuel in this one. Hope you guys are doing pretty good. 47 likes already in 20 minutes. Be sure to smash that like button if you haven't already. Hey, Art by Bull, what's going on, man? Glad to see you in there. Baby kisses, Kevin DeRica. Glad to see you. Matthew, Ray, and Sandy's Woodworker. John Oldpath. What's up, guys? Glad to see you. Heck yeah. Okay, I'm gonna get here and put some fuel in this baby. And if y'all would, smash that like button. The more of you smashes the like button, the faster we go. How about that? And I don't mean me. I can't go any faster than I'm going now. But but anyway, I haven't made any of these post eagles since probably last fall. And so I figure I'd try to knock out a couple of them. I just call them mini eagles, because that's what they are. They're mini. I mean, they're probably about, realistically, hawk size. But they're fun to make, you know. Get a few splinters here and there. Get attacked by a sweat bee or 2 or 10 or 1,000. Occasional ant bites me in the foot. You know, I mean, it's a rough life, but, you know, just got to keep doing what we're doing. So all right, let me put my PPE back on here real quick. Face mask and hearing protection. And we'll get right to it, because I can't hear out of one ear. I don't want to jack around with losing the hearing in the other one. So if you're going to blow something up, let me know so I can stick my fingers in my ears, okay? Gotta put that one on first, dummy. Gotta put that one on first. And I can do this RZ for a while out here doing this, but once I get really hot, I'm done with it. You know, it starts to get wet, and it's a hassle. All right, let's see if we can start this baby back up. Oh, well, I never did check. to give him some feather detail. Hope y'all are doing pretty good. Let's see what we got here. A 71. We're getting close to 100. Be sure and hit that like button if you haven't already. We sure appreciate you guys. Yesterday was kind of funny because it took a while for that like button to go. But man, I'll tell you, it went good. It was the second best likes I ever had. But it took a while to get it going. Oops. It's like a toy, I swear, it's just small. We'll clean the toes up with a sanding disc so we don't knock them off since they're so close to the edge. Let's go and burn this dude. We'll give him some detail and at least hit him with some brown paint before we start on the second one. I think I got enough brown paint to at least start one. We'll find out. Okay. But let's get to the fun part, and that's burning stuff. Everybody loves burning. Don't you guys love burning stuff? Heck yeah. Hit that like if you hadn't already, man. We're 20 short of 100. And I'm going to tell you guys something. The first 100 is always the hardest 100 to get. And then the second 100 is the second hardest to get. And then the third 100 is always the third hardest 100 to get. I'll tell you, I don't know why. Gas off, didn't I? Next step, let's give this guy some eyeballs. We'll start there, eyeballs, and then nose and the mouth. Cut all that stuff out, sand the toes, sand the base. Pretty fun stuff. Then we'll make another one. Anyway, hit that like button. We're trying to get to 100. We got 8 short of 100. And if you guys had a heart at all, you'd hit the like button. Woohoo! Yeah, I know. Man, what is this guy begging us to hit the like button all the time? What's wrong with him? Man, does he just not feel special? Man, you guys are hard on me. Wow. Okay. I don't know, man. It's kind of small eye. Not really. Not for what it is, I guess. That's not bad. All right, let's give this guy some nose holes and a mouth, and then we'll sand him down. No, actually, I better sand him first because the beak's not done. I get ahead of myself sometimes. I don't know if y'all notice. And it's more likely to happen when I'm live streaming. And the reason for that is, people are watching you. You try to keep going. You don't know what you're doing. In my case, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't even know what I'm doing when I get up in the morning, let alone come out here and do this stuff. So, you know, you're not uber confident. I'm not nervous. Chucker asked me that today. He said, you ever get nervous? No, I don't get nervous. I'm used to standing in front of people. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but I'm used to standing in front of people. So it's fine. Okay. if you're wondering why did I leave the beak so big, the reason for that is this wood is dry and it's really brittle, so I typically leave these a little thicker than normal, but it's not bad. I mean, it's not too big. It's a little big. It's not bad. Okay, let me get the other tool out here. Do the die grinder. We'll give this guy some eyes or some nose holes in the mouth. And I've seen we got up here to 100 likes, man. That's a good deal. I'll take it. You guys are all right. I don't care what to say about you. So, in my neck of the woods, these minis sell the best. And actually, I would say that the best selling chainsaw carvings are small ones. Just because people can afford them. Usually, anyway. Hey, 118, man, we're really moving fast now. What the heck? Let's see all we got here. Baby kisses. How you doing? Hope you're feeling good, my friend. Raja Bende Gohana. Oswaldo. Hey, Mark, what's going on? Now, Mark tries the carve that is in there right now. He's a really good carver, Dremel carver. You guys might want to check him out. Now, let's see. I don't know if I got enough brown to do one, honestly. We'll find out. If not, you know, then we'll just go on and do another one. I'm going to try to be sparing. Hopefully I can get fit. Don't look like it. And keep going. I use walnut, dark walnut. That's the color I use on these. It looks good on a. Yeah, there ain't enough in there to finish this guy. Oh well, we'll just have to move on to another one. I was kind of hoping to like do some stuff. You know what I mean? Get it actually done. Looking to see what yellows I had. It takes sunbeam. And the yellows I have are like a mango. I have sunbeam and a hand paint. Usually I paint these, hand paint the beaks. And I thought, well heck, if I have a dark yellow, I might just go ahead and hit the yellow. I don't. All I have is mango. It's bright. I use that for like corn cobs and stuff like that. So since I can't go any further with it, I might as well set him off to the side. Hello everybody. I'm a big old ugly condor guy. But you could set your beer on top of me, and I won't fly away. That'd be eagle number one, right? Heck yeah. I think while I got him out here, I'm going to pull this Highland cow out here and burn the sap. So, you carve this stuff. It's been off like 3 or 4 months, and it'll have all the sap come out, and you got to burn it off. And I don't know if this might be too heavy for this. Let's find out. I don't know. It's kind of there. It's a little tippy. I don't know, man. I don't know. Let me set a saw on the other end. Yeah. I don't know if it's going to be one of my chapters of safety. You know what I'm saying? But that said, we got to burn the sap. You can see where the sap came through. And I got in a hurry. I went ahead and painted it as I went and all that, and when I got done with it, and so it's set out there for 3 weeks or whatever it's been, and now it needs that sap burn off. So before I chuck up another eagle, I think I'll go ahead and do that and get it over with. Let's see what we got. 122 likes. Awesome. Heck yeah. All right, let's get it done. This happy little guy though, I'll show you guys the sign real quick. It fell out. That's never good either. Yeah, in fact, now I gotta burn stuff off the sign. There's the sign. Be careful, it might make him too heavy. That might be the thing that makes him tip. But there's the sign, chainsaw carved sign. Deep cuts. Kind of cool. We got to do a little burn on that to clean it up too. That's where it fell. All right. And then we'll do this guy, get him out of the way. And it does, it burns off pretty easily. But you gotta let it come out. That's kind of the way it is. And not on all of it. I mean, if it had been a drier piece that's been down for a while, probably wouldn't make a difference. You guys feeling sorry for him yet? You think he's getting hot? I'd say he's okay, wouldn't you? I don't know. Man, he's smoking. How about that? Think he's excited? I'll bet you the whole paint pretty good right now. What do you think? We'll go ahead and get the hose again. Get these goofy looking hooves. But these sell good. We sold 3 of them this weekend. And actually, this is the only one I got left. And I didn't take him because he wasn't ready. I didn't have time to burn him this past weekend to burn all that sap off. And I wonder if I'd have any if I had taken him, because it did not take. Actually, the event didn't start till 10 o'clock. And I had already sold my big Highland cow like this one and a little fox I had about 8:20. That was crazy. That was kind of crazy experience, you know. All right, let's put the, just for the sake of, what was this guy doing? There you go. That's what it was, I think. Something like that. And let me put him down. All right. Put him over here. And I can wheel him on up to the garage there, clear coat him. All right, let's put another, what we got? 130 likes. Heck yeah, we'll take that. Glad y'all's in there. See, we got Matthew, Woodchucker, Baby Kisses. What do we got here? Is it Gahazamara? Hottie? Hi, how you doing? Glad to see you. All right, let's pull up another piece and we'll make another eagle. Well, that makes me mad. I never thought about the paint. It's always nice to finish stuff. Or get as far as you can go. See, I could have had, if I would have been thinking about that, I could have had the boss lady painting that, the white on him tomorrow. But it is what it is. I'm not planning on clear coat until Wednesday, as soon as I get home from work anyway. But I'm trying really, really hard to add to the things I got to clear coat so that I can have a bunch more. But after that, Wednesday or Thursday, we got to go over and set up for this event we're doing Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And so I won't have any more time. All right, I'm going to go back to and put a little bit more fuel in this one. And in this one, even though it didn't even get through a tank on the first one, it did make it on the second. I don't know. And I'll have to pull that chain off. That's the irony of it. I hit a screw here in this pad yesterday, and at first it seemed like everything was okay, but it wasn't. On that 170, that chain's brand new chain. And then I hit that screw and that was out. So it is what it is. I gotta sharpen them all. anyway, because I'll literally be in this in my 10 by 10 with netting around it. I'll be in that thing carving for 3 hours at a time. I'll be pretty busy. So every 6 hours I'll be carving. I'll take a from 9 to noon. I'll take a break at noon, and then I'll go back at it at 1. And I'm going to try to live stream it all. I did last year, and that was really where we took off, was doing that event last year. I mean, it was a big part of it anyway. So I'm going to be live streaming 5 or 6 times this weekend. I may knock it off Sunday, not do but one early. And that, if I do that, just because I'll be so tired, but, you know, whatever. Okie doke, let's do it. Appreciate y'all sticking around for this. You know what, I didn't need that. Now you're going to have to get down and give it the flooding technique. There was a paper towel and the sawdust. Oh, come on. Flooding again. likes we got now? Okay, 160. I think we could get 40 more. How about y'all hit the like button? Let's see what we got. Y'all can do it. I know you can do it. Give me 40 more likes. Let's do it. Okay, I'll dump some fuel in this thing. Hope that I don't spill no more all over myself. I usually go in the house and smell like fuel. That's the wonder the wife lets me in. I don't know. What you been doing out there? Swimming in a swimming pool of gasoline? Yeah, it's not very good cologne there, little fatty. Yeah, that sounds right. She'd say, I don't sound like that. That's correct. She doesn't sound like that. She said, what you talking about, Joshua? Silly lady. All right. I'll probably put oil in it, and I'll tell you what, that John Cutter, man, it's about a tank. Usually you get 2 tanks to a thing of oil, and or maybe even 2.5, something like that. Not that John Cutter, I tell you, it's fuel oil. You run one out, you run the other one pretty close to out too. And that's all right. I mean, that's kind of what you expect out of something that only weighs 5 pounds. And I was saying this last night. If you could think of a Fisher Price chainsaw, if that thing actually ran and cut wood, that's what that John Cutter was like. I mean, it's ridiculously, it's like a toy. It's just like a toy. But I like it. I mean, I have fun with using that thing for putting these feather hair on these little carvings like this. It's feather hair. It's not really feathers, it's not really hair. And look, I'm going to say something that's going to be really offensive to this eagle. I don't think he's that good. Okay, anyhow. We'll put the mask on. I just didn't want to hurt his feelings. You know? That's all right. What do you got? Okay. Hey, we got 6 more. Help us out. And we need 34 more likes to 200. And I would really like to hit that. All right. There's on the head. I use that little saw for that. Hope you guys did pretty good. Let's see what we got here. We're getting close to 200, 179. I don't know if we'll make it, but if you haven't hit the like yet, hit it. Hey, Artsy, what's going on? Glad to see you. Kevin Dorica, Woodchucker. What do you know, buddy? All right. Anyway, hit the like if you hadn't already. There's 322 people. Surely we could get 21 more likes. All right, let's get it. Let's see how this thing's going to go. I've tried a couple times without the... it's like a toy. I'm ready to sand him. Burn, sand, give him some eyes, all that good stuff. Let's put some fire to this dude. See what we got. Let's see, 187. Man, we're getting a little closer. You guys hit that like. Get a little closer. Don't be shy. Y'all can do it. Hit that like. Well, I burn this guy. Burn her at the stake. Uh-oh, gas is off. How about that? Not gonna burn it with no fire. Purpose of this is the sand. It does a really good job at burning all them frillies off, all that extra stuff that you would have to sand. Piece, and I was trying to get it to shake off. I couldn't blow it off with a torch, and I was shaking it and trying to get it to fall, and then it hit me. This must be how Bill felt about Hillary. I don't know. He was trying to shake her off. I don't know. She wasn't biting. Yeah, the money was too good. I guess I don't know. That's hard to say. That's a weird combination there. Power couple. Yeah, power mad couple. How about that? Oh, well, ain't they all, though? They all are. Yeah, don't put your trust in anything but God's kingdom. Well, Jesus is king. That's what you need. 189. Hey, we're 11 short. Heck yeah, I think we're going to get there. All right. Heck yeah. All right. Hit that like button if you haven't already. We're looking for 200. 200. That's what it's on. I got a little smaller with that one, but with this kind of wood, you just don't jack around. It's pretty easy to chip that off. And you put a lot of work into it, now you got to glue it. It's not that you can't fix it, but I mean, that's an extra hassle that really don't have time for. That's the way that goes, right? How long we been on here? Not quite 2 hours. Okay, 85 minutes, something like that. I don't think we're gonna hit that 200. Well, 195. Hey, somebody give us $2. That's awesome. I wonder if that's Baby Kisses. She's awesome. I'll tell you. And Shoops, man, they give us all kinds of stuff yesterday, too. You guys are just awesome. We're 4 likes away from 200. Oops. Where's that? Let's give this guy some eyeballs. Make him real happy. Let him see. I don't know. I think I ought to go with a little bigger burr. And the reason I say that is I got to paint these. And man, if I come over here and I look at him, that's going to be touchy. Man, I don't know. I think I can do it. Maybe I will go with a little bit bigger burr though. It'll be the last time I change the burr this weekend anyway. Well, until maybe Friday. So let's see what the next size up looks like. No, that's not the next size. That's the biggest one I got. Oh, right here. Okay. This might be a little big, but it'll be easier to paint. So I'm gonna switch them out. And these are pretty cool. These MANPA eye cutters. And I got this in a VEVOR die grinder. Yes, it's VEVOR. It doesn't go as high RPM as the Chicago Electric I have. I've had the same Chicago Electric for since 2019, and that thing it has the potential to go really fast. This variable, and this one's variable too, but it won't go anywhere in the same speed as that one does. They generally seem to do it. What do you think, boss lady?
Can you keep the noise down? I'm trying to paint.
Can I keep the noise down because you're trying to paint? Can I sing then? Yodelay-hee-ho, yodelay-hee-ho, yodelay-hee. Is that what you want to hear?
No.
You don't hear some Swedish yodeling? Huh?
How can you see?
I can't see because you're rubbing my glasses with your gloves and smearing the sawdust and stuff all over them. Don't mess with it. You're going to make it so I can't see to finish this bird. How's he going to fly if you can't see?
You need windshield wipers on your glasses.
Yeah, I do. Windshield wipers. Yeah. No, I just need somebody to hit me in the face with a snowball every 10 minutes. That would help. Don't you think? I mean, there's a solution, right? There is. What do you want? You need me to break that open? So, this here earlier, the paint, I dumped paint in that cap and used it to paint. And that's why it was sticking. Okay. Man, he's barely even on the thing. Here, let's fix that. There we go. Why didn't y'all tell me that? There you go. Blame the audience. Oh, I got the Baby Kisses are like this. I got the big bathtub bear that was painted black. I got the paint. I got the soap painted, the foam painted to look like soap. Got it painted white today, and I'll show you here in a minute. got a big old beak, but with this wood, I have to go big just to be safe. And maybe I'd get a little thinner if it wasn't so down to the wire, you know. But if I was carving a piece of wet wood, yeah, I'd probably take off another quarter of that, more than likely. Something like that. Get a little closer. I remember the very first couple eagles I made, they looked like gonzo. I mean, the noses were like, I was just so scared to cut that thing back. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we made it over 200. That's awesome. Let's see. We'll get a little close up of this guy. Not too bad. Not too good. Somewhere in the middle. Something like that. But these are the minis, you know? I mean, it's just kind of the way it is. And this guy over here, got a little bit of paint on him. I think I got his beak a little smaller. I don't know. It's hard to say. But it is what it is. You know, we're not going to worry too much about it. So let's see who all we got here. 202, and I said I'd show the bathtub. Uh-oh. Dang it. What happened? Hey, June, what's going on? You see 199, I see 202. Heck yeah. Hey. All right. Yeah, Kevin. No doubt. Hey, I'm going to take you guys over here and show... hey, EW, appreciate that. Hey, Last Breath Woodworks, what's going on? Glad to see you two guys. Heck yeah. So let me go here and show you real quick. Oh, look at that. That was kind of neat, isn't it? I'll show you guys. I got this bearer done. And a couple other things. The dancing bearer she needs her dress painted and she'll be done. I'll show you guys real quick. What the heck? All right, and the cardboard is because we're going to be doing clear coat and all that stuff over there is done. Anyway, here he goes. I made him where he's kind of looking up at you, you know, like, oh no, am I not supposed to be here? So I got to paint his tongue red. But I got the soap, the foam all painted to look like soap. You know, it looks pretty good. The lighting right here is not very good, but that's that guy. Yeah, he's kind of cute. I think he looks pretty good. And then the one in the dress, I got the eyes done on it too. We'll go over here and look. Here's all his cardinals from yesterday. And the blue jay I didn't mess with. I ain't had time. That's gonna take some time. But anyway, I got the eyes and the nose done on this lady. She's looking pretty good. That's my dancing bear. And I got to paint the dress red yet. One of us is gonna end up doing that. But other than that, it looks pretty good, you know. And I like this guy. I really, really like this guy. Big old bee on his nose, and he's like, oh no, don't sting me. You think a bear cares about that? You like that, baby kisses? Isn't it cute? Oh, yeah. It's funny how these things come out looking, you know. They don't really look so good when they're sitting there. Oh, man, made it through the daughter's wedding here. Last breath. Awesome. Glad you got that out of the way. That's probably a rough time. Ours just graduated this year. That was kind of tense. But anyway, this guy here, he's kind of rough. But he'll sell. I mean, it's cute, you know. But all this guys is, you paint their eyes white. Like that one in the back, he looks mad. These two guys look terrified. He looks pretty serious. And he looks like he ain't had no sleep in a while, you know. I mean, I don't know. They all got a little different appearance to them, you know. But that's what we got. All right, guys. Well, I will see you maybe Friday. We're probably going to live stream twice on Friday. Friday's a slow day over there, but I'm planning on live streaming like 9 to 12 and 1 to 2 probably, or 1 to 3, something like that. So it could be as many as 6 of them this week, coming up Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Just because we're going to be inside that 10 by 10 carving, and you can see the tractors going by. You can hear the sounds of the steam, all the steam stuff. There's all kinds of there's steam-powered sawmills, just all kinds of steam-powered stuff, and antique power. And it's a really cool show. We did really good there last year, and actually that was where I really, really started to take off as a live stream carver too. So, you know, looking forward to that. Be a year. Of course, we're coming up June 20 or September 21st. It'll be 2 years we've been on this YouTube journey. And if you're not in somewhere in Ohio, we probably wouldn't get together, I'd say. But anyhow, that's what we do. And we're looking forward to sharing that event with you guys this week too. Let's see, last breath. I'll probably miss those. Hey, you know, we can help you out. You know how it is. Let's see. Hey, I appreciate that, Mark. That's awesome. Thanks for another live Awesome live. I appreciate that, man. I just enjoy doing this stuff, and I enjoy sharing it. I kind of have to now. It is my side business. It is a legitimate business. All right, guys, that's what I got. I'll catch y'all Friday. Catch you guys on Creation Dust, 7/7/7, 2 p.m. Wednesday. Be sure and be there to support Josh and Casey. They're an awesome couple. That's what we got. Come back when you can stay later, you schmucks.